The political heat is rising in Texas as James Talarico faces a massive backlash from Republican operatives. GOP groups are digging deep into his past, resurfacing old classroom Facebook posts from his days as a teacher to challenge his judgment as a Senate nominee. While his campaign fights to frame these as routine parent communications, the controversy is becoming a centerpiece in this high-stakes race.
Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 mAh power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
In a cautionary tale of online shopping, a Mumbai nurse has lost 1 lakh rupees in a devastating scam. What began as a simple attempt to purchase a 299 rupee dress on Facebook spiraled into a nightmare of fake shipping fees and verification codes. This incident serves as a stark reminder to be extremely vigilant when encountering suspicious advertisements on social media platforms. In international news, the Belarusian government has escalated its crackdown on dissent as the Facebook page of prominent opposition figure Mykola Statkevich is officially labeled extremist. This move is part of a larger ongoing effort by authorities to restrict access to information and expand their list of forbidden content. It marks yet another significant step in the challenging environment facing political activists in the region. Finally, if you have old, unused social media or shopping accounts, listen up. Privacy expert Peter Nguyen is warning that these forgotten profiles are potential goldmines for hackers that could be leaking your personal data right now. Take a moment today to audit your digital footprint, delete what you no longer need, and secure your accounts before they become a liability. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell to stay updated on all the latest tech and security news. Ever wonder how a simple classroom update from a decade ago could turn into a political bombshell? That is exactly the reality facing Texas Democratic Senate nominee James Talarico right now. Republican operatives have been digging deep into the archives, surfacing old Facebook posts from Talarico's days as a middle school teacher in San Antonio, and they are painting a picture they hope will alienate Texas voters. From sharing classroom photos to using excerpts from The Handmaid's Tale in lessons, the GOP is framing these years as evidence of poor judgment, while Talarico's team calls it a desperate attempt to turn routine teacher-to-parent communication into toxic clickbait. It is a classic political tactic, taking the context out of the past to define the future. You have to ask yourself, are we looking at a legitimate concern about a candidate's history, or just a strategic attempt to weaponize the teaching profession? The attacks do not stop at Facebook, either. Critics are also weaponizing a 2023 podcast clip where Talarico expressed support for trans children, drawing fire from heavy hitters like Governor Greg Abbott and Senator Tom Cotton. It is clear that for the Republican strategy, the goal is to label Talarico as being fundamentally out of step with the state. But Talarico's camp remains defiant, insisting his time in the classroom is the very foundation of his education policy platform and his commitment to school funding and student mental health. As we head toward November, this isn't just a side story. It's becoming a central battleground in one of the most competitive Senate races in the country. Are these old posts really enough to sway the electorate, or will voters look past the political noise to focus on current policy? Let me know your take in the comments below. If you want to stay on top of the messy, unpredictable world of Texas politics, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because the further we get into this election cycle, the deeper the digging is going to go. Ever thought a bargain could cost you your entire life savings? It sounds like an urban legend, but for one nurse in Mumbai, a simple Facebook ad for a 299 rupee dress turned into a nightmare that cost her over a lakh. She was just looking for a deal, but what she got was a sophisticated trap that highlights just how dangerous online shopping can be when you let your guard down. It all started with a Facebook post that seemed too good to be true. And let's be honest, usually, when something looks that cheap, it is. The scammers didn't just take her money once. They kept her hooked for 5 full days with a laundry list of ridiculous excuses: shipping fees, GPS charges, tracking costs, and even verification codes. It is genuinely heartbreaking to think about someone being manipulated like this, repeatedly promised a refund that was never coming while the order itself never stood a chance of arriving. By the time she realized she'd been conned out of 100,000 rupees, the damage was already done. The police are now investigating the trail leading from that Facebook ad through a WhatsApp number and a fake delivery agent, but it serves as a stark reminder for all of us. Scammers are experts at psychological warfare, making you feel like you're inches away from a refund, so you'll keep paying just to save the money you've already lost. If you ever feel like a transaction is getting complicated or weird, stop immediately and report it to your local cybercrime cell. Don't let a deal turn into a disaster. Have you ever encountered a suspicious ad like this, or maybe you've helped someone avoid a scam? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you found this warning helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so we can keep you updated on how to stay safe in the digital world. Remember, if it's too good to be true, it's not just a bad deal. It might be a trap. Imagine waking up one day to find that your digital footprint, your voice, and your entire online identity have been legally branded as a threat to the state. That is exactly the reality facing Mykola Statkovich right now. His official Facebook page has just been officially designated as extremist by the authorities, effectively turning his digital presence into contraband overnight. But this isn't just an isolated case. In a chilling move, the government's infamous extremist list has just been expanded yet again, pulling in even more voices and platforms into its dragnet. This pattern of systemic digital erasure is accelerating, and it begs an uncomfortable question. When speech itself is labeled as extremism, what does that say about the environment we are living in? It is a stark reminder that in certain parts of the world, a simple social media post can be weaponized against you. We are tracking these developments closely because the implications for digital freedom are massive. If you find these updates on global human rights issues valuable, hit that subscribe button to stay informed. After all, when the lights of free expression are dimmed, it is up to us to keep the conversation going. Ever feel like you have a digital ghost lurking in the web, haunting you from the past? If you have old Facebook or Instagram accounts you haven't touched in years, you might be surprised to learn that your personal data is still very much alive and kicking. We tend to assume that when we stop using an app or a website, the account just fades into the ether, but that couldn't be further from the truth. In reality, your digital footprint just keeps growing, and those forgotten accounts have become a goldmine for hackers. Privacy expert Peter Nguyen from Protect My Data warns that most platforms hold onto your information indefinitely unless you specifically request a total account deletion. Think about it. Every shopping site where you grabbed a quick discount code, every travel booking service you used for a single weekend trip, that data is still sitting on their servers. And if any of those companies suffer a data breach, your emails, phone numbers, and potentially even payment details could be exposed in an instant. This is a massive security risk, primarily because hackers know we are creatures of habit. Many of us recycle the same passwords across different platforms. If a criminal cracks one old, neglected account, they'll use those credentials to try and break into your active email or banking portals. It is a domino effect you definitely want to avoid. So, how do you reclaim your digital space? Start by digging through your inbox. Search for keywords like welcome, verify, or password reset to uncover the services you've signed up for over the years. If you don't use it, kill it. Delete those old accounts and strip out any stored payment methods immediately. For the accounts you do keep, turn on two-factor authentication and stop recycling those passwords. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more essential digital safety tips. Remember, the best way to secure your future is to clean up your past.